guys, it's Mena, and today in this video I'm going to do a movie review because I haven't done one in a I'm going to... Hi guys, it is Mena, and I'm going to redo my review on Show Dogs because I felt like the other one you couldn't really hear my voice, so I'm going to link that one down below if you guys want to see that, but I'm just going to redo it anyway just because I want to make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear. And I will link the other one in the description box down below. I'm still going to keep it up because it looks like it's getting views. So I'm going to get started. So Show Dogs is about this dog named Max, who is voiced by Ludacris, who goes undercover as a show dog to catch some thieves who steal a baby panda. And they try as hard as they can to work together. He tries as hard as he can to team up with an FBI agent named Frank, played by Will Arnett, and they both try to save the baby panda. Okay, to start off, I loved Show Dogs. It was such a cute movie. I saw it with my best friend Josie, and it was super funny. It had a lot of doggy humor in it, which I really like. I loved all the cute, fluffy dog characters, and I loved all, like, the show dogs and, like, the jokes they made about the show dogs, and I thought that was awesome. Hang on a minute, I'm going to get my phone. Next I'm going to talk about the director. This was directed by Raja Gosnell, and Raja Gosnell, I'm pretty familiar with some of his work. Like, he's directed Home Alone 3, Big Mama's House, and I've only seen those two once. Yours, Mine, and Ours, which I also seen once, and Beverly Hills Chihuahua, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. You guys, if you watch my channel, you know that I love Beverly Hills Chihuahua. It's one of my favorite movies. And he also directed Scooby-Doo. Next, I'm going to talk about the characters. I really like Max. I like how he takes his job seriously and starts to think show dogs is a, show dogs are only just, like, weird and goofy and stuff. But he learned that there's more to being a show dog than just walking around and prancing around and stuff. Which I extremely love. And I love that he will do anything to he'll do anything, even have to work with an FBI agent he doesn't like at first, to save a baby panda. And he does have a pretty good sense of humor. And he's a Rottweiler, and he's voiced by Ludacris, and Ludacris, I'm familiar with him in the movie No Strings Attached, and he plays Wallace. Next I'm going to talk about Felipe, and he's a Papillion. One thing I like about Felipe is he started off as a show dog at first, but after he was abandoned by his handler, he no longer became a show dog. But I like how he teaches Max everything he knows about being a show dog, and I really like that about him. And he's by Max's side a lot, and he helps him with his crime solving, and I think that's really awesome. And he's a Papillion, and he's voiced by Stanley Tucci. And Stanley Tucci, I recognize him from Beauty and the Beast, and he plays Maestro Condenza. Next I'm going to talk about Sprinkles. One thing I like about Sprinkles is I like how he's pretty funny. He's got a good sense of humor, and I love how he also helps Max with his case. Like, he makes sure Max does his job well, and he helps him out, and he'll do whatever it takes to save the baby panda as well. And he is a pug, and he's voiced by Gabriel Anglias. And Gabriel Anglias, I'm not familiar with him in anything else but this movie. And next I'm going to talk about Daisy. One thing I like about Daisy is she's so sweet and caring, and I like how she, like, develops a little crush on Max when she gets to know him and sees him for whom he really is. But one thing I find sad is how she gets offended when he makes fun of show dogs. Sorry if I give it away for those who haven't seen it. I like how she first gets offended, but then he and her make up, and I really like that she'll do anything to help him, and I like how she sees him more than just a show dog. More than just a basic show dog, like, who is, like, full of himself. And she is a Australian Shepherd, and she's voiced by Jordan Sparks. And Jordan Sparks, I haven't really seen her in anything else but this movie. This is the only thing I've seen her in. But I've heard of her, and I've heard of her music, and I heard a lot of people like her, and I've only heard one song by her called Tattoo. If you guys know any good songs by Jordan Sparks, please let me know down in the comments below, because I would like to hear some of your favorite songs, and I might check them out. Next, I'm going to talk about Mei Ling. One thing I like about Mei Ling is she's a very playful panda, and she's super duper cute. And I love that she is so curious about things, and she like runs and plays around and stuff, and I think that's really cute for a baby and stuff. And she is a panda, and she's voiced by Ling, and she is a panda. And I think she's played by somebody named Ling Ling. Oh, no, it's Ling Ling. The panda's name is Ling Ling, excuse me. I think I wrote Mei Ling down by accident. The panda's name is Ling Ling, just so you know. And she doesn't have anybody who voices her, just so you know. Next, I'm going to talk about the trio of pigeons. I like the trio of pigeons. I find them pretty funny because they follow Max everywhere and root for him everywhere, and I love that they always are supportive of him and help him out. And they don't have anybody, I don't know who voices them, but I find them super funny. To me, they're like the comic reliefs. Next, I'm going to talk about the human characters. First, I'm going to talk about Frank. One thing I like about Frank is I like how he and Max don't really like working with each other or like each other at first, but then once they start to work together, they start to develop a work relationship, and I think that's pretty awesome. And I like that they both like do everything they can to work together, even though they don't like each other at first. And he's played by Will Arnett, and Will Arnett, I recognize him in RV as Todd Mallory, and he's also does the voice in Danny Phantom as a ghostwriter. Next, I'm going to talk about Maddie. One thing I like about Maddie is I like that she takes care of Daisy and treats her as if she's her own pet, and she teaches Frank everything he needs to know about being a show dog handler and taking care of the dog for the shows and stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool that she's very kind and helpful towards him. And she's played by Natasha Lyonne, and Natasha Lyonne, I'm not familiar with her in anything else but this movie. Next, I'm going to talk about Bernie. Bernie is one of the bad guys in the film. He is the one who holds the panda captive, and I like how he's kind of the dim-witted henchman, and I like that he constantly makes mistakes and does everything wrong that his boss doesn't like, and it's pretty funny. And he's played by Andy Beckwith, and Andy Beckwith, I'm familiar with him from Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, and he plays the Dutchman, and he's also in Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, and he also plays the Dutchman. And I think he's pretty funny. Funny. And honestly, fun fact, I thought this was the guy from the show, from that show, I don't remember the name of it. But hang on, I'm sorry. This may take me a while. Let me look at his filmography. I thought he was in the show. I thought he was the guy from the show Derek, but Derek, because he looks like the guy from the show Derek, because he looks like yeah, because they kind of looked a little similar to me in my opinion, because of their facials and stuff like that. I really thought it was Ricky Gervais, or however you pronounce it, or Gervais. It's pretty interesting, and he one thing I like about him is he's constantly making mistakes. I honestly really did think about him. And next I'm going to talk about Senior Gabriel, and he's played by, and one thing I don't really like about Senior Gabriel is like he kind of abandoned Felipe, and he replaced him with another show dog, and Felipe is like mad at him for replacing him as a show dog, and it made me so, and it was like brain fade, sorry, I can't think. Like, it really kind of made Felipe angry, because, like, he thought he cared about him like his owner, like an owner would care about him, and he's so mad at him for betraying him, and I like how Felipe will do anything to get back at him. And he's played by Omar Chaparro, and Omar Chaparro, I'm not familiar with him in anything else but this movie. Next, I'm going to talk about the setting. This takes place in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles is actually a really big city. I've been to Los Angeles before on a Make-A-Wish trip, and I used to go down to visit my family all the time. I used to have family in Los Angeles, and I really liked the big. Oh yeah, I think this was shot in Los Angeles, even though it was supposed to take place in Las Vegas. Let me double check. Oh, it does take place in Las Vegas. I wrote Los Angeles by accident. Whoops, my bad. So, one thing I like about Las Vegas is it's like a very big city. It's like, I hear it's like the city of gambling, because like you have to, because it has a lot of slot machines, and it has a lot of like places to play gambling games, or I don't even know what gambling games are. But their gambling games are played. So yeah, I really like how it takes place in Las Vegas, which is like the big city of gambling and the big city of fashionistas and show people and stuff. So I would recommend this movie to anybody who likes dog movies, because there's a lot of people I know that like dogs, and I also would recommend it to anyone who's a big fan of like funny movies, because this movie does have a lot of doggy humor in it, and I really like the setting and all the characters, and I think they're all really cute. And so that was my review on Show Dogs. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!